Hey boys, welcome back to some Dolphins 2023 career mode. We're going to be jumping straight into round one of the regular season, taking a look at the team. It's a bit honestly, it's a tricky team to pick. We've got, I don't know, I still think the Dolphins have a pretty well balanced squad. Obviously, I think everyone can recognize they're missing probably a couple of star signings, which, you know, they obviously missed out on most of the stars they were looking to get. But I don't know, dude. I think they got a pretty strong squad. They got some good depth, and we'll definitely be, you know, chopping and changing a little bit. But as you see, we got the Lee brothers on one side, or cousins, I should say, and then the old Broncos firm on the other side with Tessie and Azarko. So, you know, we got some. But there's some quality outside the top 17 who we could slot into the back line. So yeah, it's a bit of a trial these opening few rounds to see how the combos go. But yeah, taking on a tough opposition here, the Sydney Roosters. I am predicting the Roosters to win the premiership this year. Is Marshall King with a nice little scoot early on in the game. I hope Marshall King, I'm really hoping he continues that form, as that's not a good pass there, unfortunately. Daniel Tupou, not the man you want to give a sniff of an intercept. He's got massive wingspan and able to pluck those out. Is Terrell May starting in the front row for the Roosters there, the young monster. He looks good, Terrell May, but see if he gets much more game time at the Roosters this year. As that's a good kick. I thought Tessie was gone, but or out of the in goal, but they're able to push him back. So the Roosters with another crack here. But Azarko with a massive shot on Daniel Tupou. You love to see it. That's a Wayne Bennett defensive team right there. You know, that's one thing I do think we'll see from the Dolphins. I'd be very surprised and disappointed if the Dolphins don't come out and are strong defensively. I think it's going to be Wayne Bennett's #1 priority. You know, stay in games just with defensive efforts, and they'll win. I think they'll win a lot of games with that mindset, really, because a lot of teams in the comp don't have that mindset when things go against them. There's a nice little kick in behind, couldn't quite find the space, and Tedesco ever reliable, getting them out of trouble there. So it's been a back and forth game so far. Beautiful hole run there, nice hands across. Big Edric Lee for the corner. Not quite able to get there. The Roosters scrambled nicely, but we're looking a little dangerous. We're looking a little dangerous here. Sean O'Sullivan and Milford with Marshall King from dummy half starting to piece some nice movements together. His third tackle, nice little blindside play, opening up, beautiful hands across the face of Branko into the outstretched hands of Edric. The big man is not going to be stopped this time, and that's a silky little try. I think it was Kenny Bromwich on this left-hand side, was it? Nice ball across, and Sean O'Sullivan kicking. I'll have to change that because obviously Azarko is the striker in this team. Very good goal kicker, Azarko, so he should be goal kicking, and unfortunately we do miss the kick. So after an error basically off the kickoff, we give the Roosters a golden opportunity early, just close to halftime actually, and it's going to be, who is this, White? He's going to barge over. Oh, that's a disappointing way to concede the try. First try conceded, and first try scored for the Dolphins in 2023 in this opening half, with Tedesco doing the goal kicking. Whenever you start new career mode, always the goal kickers are stuffed up. I don't know why it happens. I don't know why it's not just the highest rated kicker, but yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why. As Kenny tries to get the arm free, I think we're gonna get a little lucky here. They're gonna call it knocked out by the Roosters. So we'll get a scrum feed. Couple of minutes to go with a nice little shot here as Anthony Milford crabbing across field. Nice work. Tries to get the offload. Forward pass, ref, please. We're a new franchise. Give us a break. That was flat at best. We'll look at the replay here. Come on, that is not forward. That is not forward. But we'll go into the sheds. 2 points the deficit. Not the worst thing in the world. Errors are being a little costly, but not a bad start. But I sort of went off, just was talking about the game, but finishing off on my point about the Roosters, I am tipping the Roosters to win the comp this year. Obviously, the big inclusion of Brandon Smith, I think, is going to be huge for them. Because the dummy half's always been a bit of an issue for them since Jake Friend had to retire. Because, you know, poor old Sam Verrills, injured constantly. Connor Watson was there, but not a primary dummy half, I would say. And yeah, they've got some quality. So I am tipping the Roosters this year as a good little kick. That's I don't know how we ended up with it. It was a bit of a pinball action going on there, but nice work to scramble out of the in goal from Cody Nikorima, who is I'll be interested to see how Wayne Bennett uses Cody Nikorima, because I would imagine he's on pretty good money, but I do think like he is the perfect number 14 for clubs. Can play dummy half, can play in the halves, and is just a good little X factor to come on. So I think that's where Bennett will use him. But obviously, if the halves aren't working with like Milford and O'Sullivan, is beautiful work. Milford, we're just talking about him, gets a nice little offload to that man Nikorima with a great shot here. 2 points behind. Milford across to the left. Nice little ball across. Absolutely whacked there. Put the kick in. Milford is going to score the second try of our match here. He's given it no try. I'm pretty sure he got it down. That was just nice off the cusp footy right there. It was a big shot coming in from Kenny. Well, on Kenny, I should say. A bit lucky for it to spew out the back, and then just the instincts to put the kick in. I think it was Branko Lee put the kick in. Anthony Milford on the spot. So 10 points to 6 up. The Roosters, though, they do get a crack here. A couple of minutes to go before the full-time siren. They could break our hearts in the opening round, and this would be a great first-up victory to come over the top of a very, very strong Roosters outfit. Last tackle, Luke Keary. He's gone out to Tupou's wing. It's a good kick, although Tessie New, not a noted leaper, but he does a fantastic job right there. And we just have to play smart footy out from the corner here. Jermaine Asako beats one, takes the tackle, and it's looking pretty good. A very, very... you know, not the silkiest start for both sides. You know, the Roosters also a bit clunky in this game. You know, first round of the season. It's definitely a round where you can cause some upsets, and I would say this is a pretty big upset we thrown. What are you doing, son? Oh no. Oh no, don't do that. But we get the win. And like I said, I actually think the jerseys actually look pretty okay. But Milford, player of the match, you love to see it. I hope there's a redemption arc for Milford this year. It's going to be great to see. And yeah, hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the Dolphins career mode. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.